When his girlfriend went back to college to become a nurse, started turning off her phone or literally kidnapping her so she would miss her classes because he wanted her to be a stay-at-home mom. It's Friday, so here's a thread of men who hate the woman they're with. Shout out to Kate Eland, who compiled this Twitter thread of men who melt down over their wife or girlfriend's careers. First up, the guy who humiliated his girlfriend for talking about Minecraft in front of his friends. There's a guy who wanted to dump his girlfriend because she collects bones and poisonous plants and has her own lab. There's a guy who told his family not to be impressed by his girlfriend's PhD because she wrote fanfiction and he only had a BA. The guy who found out his girlfriend was paying her bills as a romance novelist and told her she should be ashamed of herself. The guy who berated his girlfriend for enjoying doing her makeup because, in his words, it was wasteful, selfish, and expensive. There's a guy who held control of the joint account and told his stay-at-home wife that she couldn't keep doing martial arts because it was too expensive, but he could continue doing his own hobbies because his job could pay for it. Then there's this guy who insulted his wife's love of sewing for years until she started making money off it, then insisted she give him half the profits or she wasn't allowed to sew anymore. The guy who, when his girlfriend went back to college to become a nurse, started turning off her phone or literally kidnapping her so she would miss her classes because he wanted her to be a stay-at-home mom. Then there's this guy who routinely made it impossible for his girlfriend to do her college homework in their home, then took the keys to all the vehicles when he went out on the day when she had an exam that if she missed it meant she would fail the class. And the guy who invented emergencies to constantly interrupt his girlfriend's day out with her kid, then whined, "I'm important too," when she called him out. Then this guy agreed to work from home while his wife took a demanding, high-paying job that required her to be on-site, which would mean he'd have more responsibility for their toddlers. But after a few weeks, he decided he needed to commute 2 hours back into the office, making it impossible for her to do the job she has just started because it would mean that there was no one to care for her kids, and he refused to coordinate with her at all. The guy who blew up his girlfriend's phone for hours and accused her of wanting to seduce teenagers when she took her first teaching job after college at a high school. And the creme de la creme, the guy who, when asked to proofread his girlfriend's term paper, edited it so that it was completely nonsensical with incomplete sentences, rearranged structure, and dozens of grammatical errors, which she then submitted without double checking because she trusted him. They live with you, they'll marry you, they will have kids with you, but they never ever want to see you succeed.